we realized that you can get fuzzy pink handcuffs like in bulk. I don't know why I decided upon this like everything's super close together vibe, but that's what we're doing. I'll shut up. Hi, I'm Sabrina Carpenter, and I'm going to scrapbook my tour with Variety. Okay, I'm gonna tape this here. I hope that looks good. The Juno arrest has been one of the most special memories of the whole tour by far. It started by a mere innocent concept of wanting to highlight my audience because of how gorgeous they all are. And it's, as most of my bits tend to go, gotten really out of hand, I would say. And we progressively just get more and more bizarre with the guests that I have at the shows or the fans that show up and the way that they're dressed and the interactions when they're being arrested. But basically I have this line in Juno that says, "Want to try on my fuzzy pink handcuffs?" And I was like, it'd be fun to give the fans pink fuzzy handcuffs every night. We realized that you can get fuzzy pink handcuffs like in bulk. So it really worked out for us. And it's been lasting us the whole tour. But I've gotten to arrest a wonderful amount of people, from fans at the shows to friends of mine that come to people that are just so incredibly talented and amazing guests at the show. And that's been really fun as well. When I got to arrest Jack Antonoff and Margaret, they were like my first ever like couple arrest, which was really, really fun. And that was at one of my shows in LA. I would be in love with Margaret like anyways, so to be able to arrest her and get that moment with her, even though her husband was there, was really special for me. Her husband, Jack, who I know very well, was very special and very fun for me, and they were both so lovely and playful about it. I recently just got to arrest Anne Hathaway at my show in New York, and like, why? I don't know. She was amazing. I'm so honored that she was there. It was so funny like seeing her like grace the screens. You're just like, she's so beautiful, and she was so sweet. And she was like, "I'm from Genovia," and that really made my whole life a lot better. Okay, great. So this is our customized Sabrina, I guess it's beer, bottle for our tour. I don't even really drink beer, which is, I guess, the irony, but this is a moment that we wanted to create at the beginning of the tour. I really realized on the emails I Can't Send tour how people value spontaneity in shows and also feeling like they got something different in their city in that night that no other city has gotten, and or just an experience that they felt really special from. And so I wanted to find a way to do that on this tour, and we decided to make our own game of Spin the Bottle. And instead of everyone kissing each other, we don't do that. We spin the bottle and we sing a different song every night. So it started because I love doing covers. I started doing covers on YouTube when I was so young. From that point, I wanted to incorporate those in the show. And then it has also turned into this leg of the tour being like sort of, you know, half covers and half some of my songs that maybe aren't in the set list every night that fans might be excited to hear. It's always so fun to see the reaction from the crowd. Recently, we've been getting to do a few songs from Man's Best Friend, which has been definitely a highlight of this tour for me, like combining those two worlds together. Honestly, if I could just be an ABBA cover band on the side, I probably would. That's not a secret to anybody. But we've done quite a few ABBA covers. But the most popular, I would say, on this tour is Mamma Mia. That is just like by far the most fun for everybody. We've done Lay All Your Love on Me. We did 9 to 5. That was really fun. We've done Kiss Me. We've done some really, really great songs. We did Super Freak in LA because obviously, and that was really fun too. So it's kind of just whatever I'm feeling will really get the crowd hyped and amped. So let's put her right there, the queen. I can't even believe this happened. This is like one of my biggest childhood inspirations and musical influences, Christina Aguilera. She had asked me to be a part of her anniversary for a Spotify project that she was doing, and I got to sing What a Girl Wants with her, which was like a dream come true, is a very big understatement. And then I don't even know how it happened. I think it was like along the way, it was just sort of like, it'd be so fun for us to do something again together live, because that was like a pre-recorded situation, and we just had the best time. So when I did my shows in LA, she was so incredibly gracious to be able to come out, and you just hear her rising from the stage with her like clear Christina Aguilera riff that she does, like the longest riff in the world, and it gave me chills. It was so fun. The audience went berserk. It was just like a really special moment. That was also like really one of the first guests that I had on the whole tour. So us like singing in the Heart Pit together was so sweet. I mean, I grew up like Beautiful was my audition song in every room I went into, and like anytime someone asked me to sing, I was like Beautiful. So that is my girl from the beginning, and that was a really special moment. This was such a highlight. I mean, these shows were in Hyde Park. These were some of the biggest headline shows I'd ever played so far this year. It was 2 nights in the park, and it was 65,000 people. And I really wanted to do something special for the Brits because they've been so good to me. Since Espresso, they've just really taken me in like a child of theirs, and I've really, really appreciated every moment I get to play there because I love London so much. It's one of my like ultimate destinations. And Duran Duran I've been a fan of since I was a little girl. My mom put me onto them, and I was just like, this would be crazy. There's no way they'd be available. And I was literally, my jaw literally hit the floor when they said that they would come out, and we sang Hungry Like the Wolf. And it was so fun. I just will never forget. These moments feel so special because it's also like maybe the last person that my fans would expect to be on stage with me, and like the collab that no one ever expected either. And I think that those are always really, really fun. And then you'll always see like the parents in the crowd just being like, you like, it's just a very funny moment for me as well. So it was very special. It was like two worlds colliding. Well, this was pretty iconic for me, Earth, Wind, and Fire. I could not believe that they were able to come out at this show. We did Lollapalooza in Chicago, and it was a very special night. We were able to sing September and Let's Groove, which are two of my favorite ones. The hardest thing was picking a song, honestly, because Earth, Wind, and Fire has just like been my playlist for my entire life, every single song on repeat. And they were just so gracious and so excited. And I mean, their band is incredible. We had all the live horns and everyone on stage, and it was just like the energy was unreal. So that was definitely one of the highlights of my entire life. And my parents were really jealous that they weren't there. So they missed that one. They were like, why didn't you tell us? I was like, I didn't know if it was going to happen. And it did. And it was really, really special. I don't know why I decided upon this, like, everything super close together vibe, but that's what we're doing. Well, this was ACL Weekend 2. And I was so excited to be able to do this with the Chicks. The first song I ever heard by the Chicks, I was like 8 years old, and it was Let Her Rip, which I didn't tell them that when I met them. But from Let Her Rip, I just became such a fan of all their music, and obviously their harmonies together were something that I was so excited about because they asked me if they could sing one of my songs with me as well as one of theirs, which I was really honored and suggested please, because that song has so many harmonies that I love. And they are obviously just like the best in the game, so incredible, so professional, and just pros. So we only got to run it a couple times in sound check before we did it together. And Wide Open Spaces, just one of the best songs, and the audience was freaking out. But I felt really, really lucky to be able to do that with them.